Senator Tannas.
Colleagues, I'm delighted to speak to inquiry number 8, calling the attention to this chamber to the nation-building value of tourism in Canada. I thank Senator Sorensen for inviting us to consider tourism from this particular perspective as an instrument of nation building. I agree wholeheartedly with that premise. Tourism is often discussed in numbers, contributions to GDP, employment statistics, and visitor counts. It is, without question, a significant economic driver. It supports hundreds of thousands of jobs, sustains small businesses in every region, and contributes billions to our national economy. In Alberta alone, more than 28,000 businesses are involved in tourism, employing close to 160,000 people. But tourism is more than economics. It has a deeper and more enduring value. At its core, tourism is an act of connection. Everyone who lives in this country shares in its geography, culture, and history. That shared experience helps shape our understanding of what it means to be a Canadian. Building a nation such as ours is not a haphazard enterprise. It requires curiosity, openness, and a willingness to engage with one another. It calls for an adventurous spirit, a desire to explore. Tourism creates the conditions for precisely that. For many Canadians, a vacation is not simply a time for rest and relaxation, though we all welcome that. It is also an opportunity to encounter something new and to experience something different and broaden our perspective. Today, colleagues, I'd like to highlight 2 dimensions of tourism that vividly illustrate this nation-building potential: agricultural tourism and visits to Canada's film and television locations. These are the areas where we already excel, but where, in my view, we can do even more. Let's start with agricultural tourism. As Senator Black has often reminded us, this chamber, agriculture is one of Canada's most vital industries. It sustains our population, it anchors rural economies, and shapes the landscapes that define our country. Yet many Canadians, particularly those in urban centres, agriculture can seem distant and abstract. Agritourism serves as a bridge between these realities. Across the country, producers are opening their farms, ranches, orchards, vineyards to visitors. In doing so, they are not only educating Canadians about where their food comes from, but also fostering a closer connection between producers and consumers. Canadians can meet the people who grow their food and gain a deeper appreciation for their work. For farmers, agritourism offers a valuable opportunity to diversify income and add value to their operations. It helps sustain family farms and encourages innovation and resilience. For visitors, it provides insight into farming practices, access to fresh and local foods, and a chance to experience rural life, traditions, and local culture. In doing so, it helps preserve and celebrate regional heritage. Studies have shown that agritourism contributes to local job creation, supports small businesses in their development, strengthens municipal tax bases, and drives economic activity in rural and underserved communities. In short, it benefits both urban and rural Canadians economically, socially, and culturally. Colleagues, the second dimension I wish to highlight is the growing appeal of visiting Canada's film and television locations. Canada has long been a global leader in film and television production. Our cities, landscapes, and communities have served as the backdrop for countless stories seen around the world. Increasingly, these productions are doing more than entertaining. They are inspiring travel. Visitors are drawn to places they have seen on the screen. They want to stand where their favorite scenes were filmed, to experience those landscapes firsthand, and to connect fiction with reality. This phenomenon is often referred to as screen tourism and has become a powerful driver of visitation. Let me give you a few examples. The television series Heartland, filmed in and around High River, Alberta, my community, is now in its 19th season and remains the longest-running one-hour drama in Canadian television history. It is also translated into dozens of languages and shown throughout the world. Over the years, visitors have traveled to High River to see familiar locations, take photos, and experience a place they've come to know through the screen. And I can't tell you, in our town, in the downtown area, we're a town where the downtown area businesses have shrunk. And there are a number of beautiful old buildings that are empty. And some genius a bunch of years ago decided, well, why don't we turn one of the streets into a film set and just always have it available? And the first anchor on that street is a building that is made up and called Maggie's Feed Store and Cafe, which is the place where everybody goes in Heartland to have those earnest, deep conversations that young women all had about horses and love and their parents, etc. And I drive up and down that street all the time on my way to and from, and I can't tell you how many times I see a mom and a daughter, or a grandma, a mom and a daughter, peering in the window of Maggie's Feed Store and Cafe, which is empty other than lights and a few prop tables and so on. And I've met people on the street as I'm walking. I'll ask them where they're from. They're from Holland, they're from Germany, they're from all across Canada and the United States. Really remarkable, and it is stunning how much business our little town gets from people that come and stay and visit Heartland's places. Another example can be found through Travel Alberta, which offers an itinerary titled The Last of Us Filming Locations, an Alberta road trip. This 7-day journey takes visitors from Edmonton to Calgary to Fort Macleod to Lethbridge to Waterton and then to Canmore, showcasing locations that are featured in that series, The Last of Us. It's a compelling illustration of how storytelling can translate into real-world exploration. The town of Vulcan, Alberta, offers one of the most imaginative examples of screen tourism. Internationally recognized as the official Star Trek capital of Canada, Vulcan has embraced its connection to the iconic franchise. From the themed attractions to the annual Vulcan convention, the community has created a unique destination that attracts visitors from around the world. As the town's website humorously notes, for its location, the location of Vulcan, according to Vulcan, is third planet from the sun, North America, continent, country of Canada, province of Alberta. While not in Alberta, two more notable screen tourism locations in Canada are Molly's Reach Restaurant in Gibsons and from the Beachcombers, and in Cavendish, PEI, for both the book and the screen fans of Anne of Green Gables. Molly's Reach is as I mentioned, the location of a cafe in the town of Gibson's Landing in British Columbia. It's where Nick rented an office for his salvage company. The restaurant was a focal point for the show's drama. Today, fans still visit Molly's Reach, and it is still listed as the most prominent landmark in the town of Gibson's Landing. Anne of Green Gables enthusiasts, including many international fans, flow into the province to visit places like Green Gables Heritage Place in Cavendish and to take walks along the same road as the character. Honourable Senators, screen tourism supports local economies, benefiting accommodations, restaurants, small businesses, while fostering pride within those communities whose landscapes and stories are shared on the global stage. It also strengthens Canada's reputation as a creative and dynamic nation. Moreover, it creates shared experiences. Whether one is a devoted fan or a casual viewer, there is a sense of connection being able to say, I have been there. By supporting agricultural tourism, we reconnect to the land and to one another. By embracing screen tourism, we share our stories with the world and invite others to experience them firsthand. And by recognizing tourism as a nation-building force, we strengthen the bonds that unite us as a country. Thank you, Senator Sorensen, for initiating this inquiry.